All right, so my full name is Miracle Chibuzo Marcel, and I am one of the IAUOAE NAIC in Nigeria, okay? And I founded the Pan-African Citizen Science E-Lab in order to spread hands-on astronomy activities in Africa. Okay, so because generally in Africa, we see a lot of young people that are passionate about astronomy but without any experience. So I was actually inspired by my frustration because I grew up in such an environment without hands-on activities on astronomy. So I decided I was going to spread it. Actually, I studied astronomy as my first degree. So I'm right now working as a physics teacher and what happened?
We've lost your video.
Oh, let me connect my video again. Just a moment. Let me check what is happening with my video.
I need to deal with something. I'll be right back.
Okay, but can I continue with the presentation? Because fixing the video will take some time.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
no
let me
problem.
check again. Oh, it's back. It's back.
We're back.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I studied physics and astronomy as my first degree, but now I'm working as a physics teacher. However, after school, I volunteer to spread hands-on space activities. So I started in 2000. I started in 2020, okay, after the COVID, after
Is that?
the
Yeah.
lift of the COVID-19. So I started with the asteroid search. So I started to engage my friends. I have a lot of friends on Facebook from different countries in Africa. So I started to involve them in the asteroid search. Then from there, I started incorporating other projects. I'm going to show you. So we have, I use codes. We have Pascal Project 1.0. This is asteroid search and others. There are other projects under this 1.0, which I will also show you in the slide. Then we have 2.0. This is astrophoto visual development. And here is 3.0 Webb telescope. And here is 4.0 exoplanet search. I'm going to explain each and every one of them. Okay, under the, oh, under the 1.0 project, we have the asteroid search, you have the space arts, and we have the space competitions. Now, I want to let you know that I'm working with different organizations, okay, to bring these activities to Africa. I don't have my telescope for doing this. I'm working with different organizations. So here is our asteroid search. Under the asteroid search, I'm working with the International Astronomical Search Collaboration. They are responsible for um, distributing the data to different groups across the world. So we have our special group. I'm the coordinator of that special group called the Pan-African Asteroid Search Campaign. So we are engaging three categories of people. I'm engaging teachers, students, and space enthusiasts. Under the teachers level are university teachers. It could be university professors and researchers and lecturers. I'm also working with the education and outreach department of some space agencies in Africa. Okay, then under the student level, I'm working with different astronomy clubs and organizations across Africa. And under the space enthusiasts, like people that are not college students or are not attending schools, I work with all of these groups. So this is under the Pan-African group. So this is the telescope that collects the data that we use. This is the Pan-STARR telescope. It's located at the University of Hawaii in the United States. So they collect a huge amount of data.
May have lost audio.
Oh, hello? Let me check again.
Nigeria.
Hello? Can you hear me
Well, we
now?
got a video update, so he's back.
Can you hear my sound now?
Yes, we can hear you. Fine. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. So this telescope is called the Pan-STARRS. It is located at the University of Hawaii in the United States. So they collect a huge amount of asteroid data and send it to this group, the group I just showed you, the Isaac. This group is responsible for distributing it across all the countries of the world. Okay, so we have a regional group called the Pan-African Asteroid Search Campaign. So then this is the software that we use for analyzing those data we call the astrometrica. So we train people on how to use this to search for asteroids. Then here is our timetable for the new academic year. I mean the new academic year which started in August of this month. So we are the last part of this month. This campaign is currently ongoing. It is currently ongoing. I'm going to show you that later. Then there's no campaign for December, and next year we begin again. So this asteroid search is our primary project. We have other projects, but this is our primary project because we started with this first. Then here are some of the pictures of some of our participants from different countries of the world. This is from the Kenyan group, Togo, uh, South Africa. This is a secondary school. My friend, she led her classmates to search for asteroids. Cameroonian groups, Ghana group. These are lecturers and researchers from the University in Rwanda. I think University of Science and Technology in Rwanda. So you get a certificate from Isaac after the participation. And here are some of the asteroids. So we started this in 2020, 3 years ago, but we've discovered up to 40 asteroids. Up to 40 asteroids. So then here is the map of
No, you're
Africa.
not working with astronomical plates, right? You're working with current observations.
Yeah, so the data has been observed, so they are sent to us to analyze. And whatever you discover becomes yours. That's the that's how it is done. Whatever you discover becomes yours. And you get to name it in the future. But right now it has the provisional number like this 2022 00043. Those are the kind of provisional numbers it has. And you can even find them, you can even track them with Stellarium because they have been cataloged. Then here is the
Sure.
map of Africa. When we started this program, this was the level of participation. This is actually, let me define this. When your team participates and you make a preliminary discovery, okay, by the end of the year, Isaac will indicate that your country have made a discovery, I mean, at least a preliminary discovery. There are two stages of discovery. We have the preliminary discovery and we have the provisional discovery. So a week after your participation, Isaac sends the results of your work, whether you made a preliminary discovery or not. Okay, then the provisional comes 6 months after that. Okay, but you don't have to wait till you get a provisional. You have to keep searching and searching. So this is the preliminary map. When we started, this is the map of the world, but just focus on the map of Africa. This is the map of Africa. There was less countries. Okay, but if you look here, 2021, these are some of the countries we engaged, and this is 2022, last year. Okay, and we have even engaged more groups this year. So in fact, we are targeting to cover the whole 54 countries in Africa. Right now, we have gotten up to 40 countries. So, and here are some of the countries in Africa that have active citizen science groups. Although I have not updated this, I would have updated this list. These are some of the countries we have active citizen science groups searching for asteroids. Okay, in some of these countries we have about 2 or 3 groups searching for asteroids. And here is other programs that we launched. This not I didn't we didn't launch it, but um, we are working with them. Okay, I participated in this program before, and it was so nice. And we have Africans do not know much about this. So after my participation in 2020, I think in 2021, I started to spread it. I started to incorporate it in our project. So I spread it. If I'm talking to people about particular project, I talk about this. So it is called the International Astronomy and Astrophysics Competition. Okay. Now, this program, it has three stages. We have the qualification round, we have the pre-final round, and the final round. Okay, but the qualification round is free for everyone. But the pre-final round and the final round, okay, the pre-final round, you have to make a fee, you have to pay a fee of $9 or 80 euro. And some African countries, some African students are very passionate, they are very savvy in mathematics, but they can't afford it. So this year, we received a grant. Actually, we received a grant, and from that grant, we supported about 10 students from 8 countries. Okay, we supported 10 students, and we hope to continue to support more in the future if we have more budget. It comes every year, starting from February to June. Okay, then we have Space for Art Foundation. Okay, Space for Art Foundation. Here we encourage, we work with teachers, and most especially, we encourage them to, to encourage their students to draw anything they can imagine about space, anything they can imagine about space. So these are some of the artworks we've collected from students from different countries. This is from Nigeria. Okay, then mostly for students below the age of 16. So this lady, Astronomical Start. She's the founder of this space. Oh, she's the found. Oh, excuse me. My computer has frozen. Just a moment. It's gonna come up. Let's. Oh. Okay. It's getting back. Let me scroll down.
So
Okay.
she's the founder.
All right. So she is the founder of Space for Art Foundation. I'm working closely with her because she tours around the world, inspiring kids, through space arts. So sometimes he uses some of these artworks to design spacesuits like this one. Okay. Now, when this happens, most countries in Africa are not represented, and since I have already developed connection to uh, different astronomy groups across Africa, I'm using my platform to advertise it. Then here is the project 2.0. Here I teach people on how to produce colorful space images. Okay, from the archive images from the Hubble Space Telescope, the the James Webb Space Telescope, and the Large Commons Observatory. Okay, so we teach them how to produce this kind of. And these are the images from the James Webb Space Telescope. I process them, and these two are from the Hubble, and this one is from the Large Commons Observatory. So we do that. We teach people on how to do that. Then the third project is on astronomy research with the Large Commons Observatory. So we wrote a proposal to the Large Commons Observatory this year, and luckily for us, our, our our application made it to the top, and we were awarded 100 hours of telescope time. And we wrote a proposal to use it for two purposes. One is for research, astronomy research that would lead to publication. Because right now we are working with different universities in Africa. We are working with different university groups in Africa. And for you to conduct astronomy research, you would need a telescope. So we intended to use it to encourage uh, astronomy research. I mean, not really sophisticated ones, very simple ones, very simple ones. Like the area we are focusing on are on double stars. We are making research on double stars, and we just completed our seminar with Dr. Rachel Fried. She trained us on how to do that, and we have started to, we have started to encourage people to join us. Then we also intend to use it for astrophoto visual development. I mean, an extension of the second project I showed you right now. Okay, here we want to train them on how to order their own images. They will schedule their own images, capture it, download the images, the fit files, and process it to produce colorful visuals. And then later on, I learned about the Exoplanet Watch. Okay, from one of my connections from the Last Campus Observatory, Global Sky Partners. So I learned about the exoplanet search. So, and because we have a lot of time, okay, so far I think we have just used about 5 hours from our 100 hours. We have a lot of telescope time, and we intend to also use it for exoplanet search. So this is the exoplanet search project. This is the exoplanet search project here. So we are after producing these light curves and submitting it to the ASVSO, American Association of
Okay.
Variable Star Observers. So then, it is pretty hard to preach astronomy in Africa. It is pretty hard. It is very challenging. Every time I meet a group, they tell me, what do we stand to gain? What do we stand to gain here? And it is actually very difficult for me to, I just tell them, you make a discovery, you name an asteroid, but they don't really get convinced. So I said about, I spoke to Jean. I told Jean, I have some groups. I'm working with some groups in Africa, from some physics departments, some astronomy groups. They do not have access to a telescope. Can you donate telescopes to me? And he agreed. So he donated these ones. This one, we gave it to this group from Malawi, Celestial Explorers. So then these other four, we intend to give it to groups from Lesotho, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana. So this is how we do it. However, we do not have the finance, okay? Because right now we are out of, we don't have any funding, okay? So, but we are just using
Right.
our, I can just talk to some people, they will just
Connected.
do something for me. So how we do it is this. So we look for people that are moving to that person's country. Maybe if the person that we want to give the telescope to has a relative or a friend that is moving from Europe to their country, okay, we would give the telescope to the person, and the person would bring it because it's cheaper. It's cheaper that way. It's cheaper and it's safe. Okay, one of the problems that the Office of Astronomy for Outreach have been facing over the past 2 years, they lose their telescope when they ship it to those countries. They lose it. Sometimes it gets seized in the customs. So it is much safer if we give to someone that is reliable to bring to the person. So he has donated these ones, although we haven't brought this one into those countries, but we are working with the African Astronomical Society. Dr. Charles, he has a lot of people traveling in and out. South Africa is pretty closer to those countries, so we want to bring to South Africa. From there, we can distribute them to the different countries listed there. Then we are also working Kelvin from the Office of Astronomy for Development. He said that if any of my group is willing, they can donate this Galileo scope to us. So I said, okay, yeah, we take that. We'll take that. So those are the summary of all the activities that I carry out in Africa. Thank you.